Welcome back to another episode of BC Life. I actually learned about something new. I was finding these shiny pieces of rock in my backyard. I looked it up. This stuff breaks pretty easily, like if I throw it down on concrete or whatever else. There's this old tree that's back here. It's like an old tree stump. Right here, some of the tree stump pieces I'm digging up and everything. But it turns out this is called fulgurite. It's actually a naturally occurring glass. It happens when lightning strikes soil. This is actually a type 2 fulgurite. Type 1 would be sand. Type 2, that's when lightning strikes soil. You can see like the soil is kind of like a reddish color down here. And I'm pulling these beautiful pieces out. I'll go ahead and show you what all I find in the wrap up here. I've never even heard of fulgurite before today. I'm just literally out here in my own backyard. But we have this old tree stump back here. Like I said, I'm digging pieces of this up. You can see it's got like some of that red dirt on it. This is pretty cool. Never found fulgurite before. So, I'm gonna keep looking for more. Yeah, I'm not actually exactly sure on why the ground's so red. I don't know what gives it that red color. I'm actually finding a little bit more in the brown here too. But it's definitely fulgurite. Trench that kind of like runs through here. This used to be a trolley run. There's more pieces of fulgurite back here yet too. So they're just interesting. I have some really neat pieces. I'm going to go ahead and share those in the wrap up then. This stuff I'm just having a blast finding. Something I'm finding with this wood right here. I'm finding some big nails in the wood. I just thought that's kind of interesting. Welcome to the wrap up. These are some of the different fulgurites I found. I got some pretty neat pieces. Like I got this one right here, which has like all these little veins in that through it. I think that one's kind of one of the neater, more interesting ones. I got this piece here. I got like these little bubbles on like the inside, like these pockets. Some of the pieces I found were almost like nothing but pockets. It's kind of interesting to me. I found this big piece here. The corner actually broke off. It looks real shiny and feels real smooth on the inside. And this right here is actually the other piece. Again, you can see how shiny that is. You got all kinds of different weird pieces. Right here's one. I mean, this stuff's just beautiful. This isn't the only thing I found though while I was down there. I ended up finding some of these real long nails. I got this weird plate thing with a screw in it. I got an old bottleneck, which is pretty cool. I got a purple piece of glass. And this piece right here, I did look up Native American artifacts. This looks like a gaming biscuit to me. Basically, I guess this was like a stone that they would have tossed back in the day. It would have been like an actual game that they played. Right here's what it looks like. Smooth the whole way around. It's got like little divots in that, probably from being dropped and thrown in that. It just definitely looked different than the other rocks back there. And I figured maybe I can find arrowheads or whatnot. I know a guy that lives a couple houses up the street. He said he finds Native American artifacts in his backyard. That's just me. I don't really know what I'm looking for in that stuff. One of the things I have found in the past, well, my sister more or less found it. She went to carry a rock to me, and she's like, she was trying to brag about how big of a rock it was at the time. This was years back. But this is actually a fossil right here. You can see like some of the different patterns in that within here. I guess this is like a piece of shell possibly. The back side's just pretty much smooth. I mean, you got these little curly things, I don't know what you call them. It's just a really pretty fossil. I actually use it as a paperweight on my desk. I figured it'd be kind of something cool to show in the wrap-up, even though this hasn't been found recently. This was actually found several years back, same backyard. I've dug an Indian head penny in my backyard already. The first 2 silver dimes I ever found were in my backyard. They were mercury dimes. So I found a lot of cool stuff in my backyard. I know it wasn't this year, it was last year. My dad found that gold ring from the early 1900s in the backyard. So, yes, years later we're still finding good stuff. So I'm pretty happy on that. Nice little haul of different items we found in our backyard. And that tree definitely, when I'm looking at the soil and everything, there's no doubt that was struck by lightning at one time. Pretty cool stuff. Never thought I'd be digging up naturally occurring glass. Pretty happy with it. Type 1 fulgurites actually formed when lightning strikes sands. Type 2 fulgurites when it hits soil. This would be a type 2 fulgurite. And type 2s are more glass-like, they're more smooth. Type 1s have more of like a grainy look to them. Pretty cool stuff. I don't know how old that bottleneck is. If anyone knows anything about bottlenecks, I mean, it's got like a, I don't know if it has a seam on it or anything. Looks like it might. If anyone knows anything on bottles or bottlenecks, go ahead and leave a comment down in the comment section. Let me know how old you think that is. And let me know if anyone knows anything about Native American artifacts. Go ahead and let me know whether you think this is what I think it is or whether it's just a rock. Well, this is actually a new day. I went back and I was digging around a little bit more. We just got a rain, so, I mean, I was looking for anything that might have been exposed or whatever. I dug down a little bit more and I started getting pieces like this, which I just find this to be very fascinating. It looks like this might be bark or something. I just thought it's fascinating that maybe, from what I see, maybe tree bark even can turn into fulgurite. But this is definitely fulgurite. Got some very beautiful pieces here. This stuff just, it seems to be very delicate. It does break pretty easily. You don't really want to drop it or anything. I just love digging this stuff up now. But I just figured I'd share this. I'd never seen fulgurite before digging it the other day, and just to see this where it looks like actual bark, it's just fascinating to me.